we are about to do some dinner prep. We're going to be making a Turkish pasta tonight. I guess this is some kind of dish that went viral. It's the viral Anna Paul's Turkish pasta. But I did a little research and found like the traditional name is, I can't pronounce it. I don't know. I don't even know how to pronounce Turkish. Maybe I should look it up. Kaymali makarna. Here's a mail from Turkey.
Kıymalı makarna.
What?
Kıymalı makarna.
Kimalek makarna. Kimalek makarna. Okay. Well, apparently this is a very common dish in Turkey. It looks so good to me. I love Turkish food. You know, when I wasn't vegan, I really enjoyed it. So basically it's a meat sauce, which we're going to be making with lentils. So it's kind of a, yeah, it's just like a spiced meat sauce with lentils. And then there's a layer on top of that of yogurt, like a garlicky yogurt. And then there's a paprika butter sauce. So it's like just layers of flavor. And then they top it with some cherry tomatoes, but we just have a tomato. So we're going to cut up that tomato. And I don't know, it sounds absolutely lovely to me. So it is still like 3 o'clock and I'm just doing some prep work. Got some kitchen scraps. I took some from the freezer and also some from prepping my vegetables today. And also some from prepping the vegetables we had for lunch. We had like a chickpea salad for lunch and I cut up a bunch of vegetables like celery and peppers and, you know, garlic and onion and all that jazz. So, but I'm going to make a broth with this. I'm just going to throw all these veggies into my pot and just cook it for an hour. So in here I have like, you know, some onion scraps and fennel and peppers, tomatoes. So you know when you are when you get your garlic and you get down to like these like really skinny garlic cloves that are just kind of hard to peel. They just take a lot of time and they're annoying. I throw those also into my scrap bag, which I keep in the freezer. Okay, so as you can see, I also cut some vegetables. I just prepped them ahead of time because I had the time, so might as well. And another thing that I did was I'm soaking some cashews. This is just a 1/4 cup of cashews because I'm going to, the yogurt layer typically is Greek yogurt. And I don't have Greek yogurt. I just have this like unsweetened plain yogurt by Forager. It's not as thick as Greek yogurt. It's not as fatty. It's been soaking for, I don't know, a little while. I need about a cup of yogurt. I think this is about a cup. It's about a cup. It'll do. So I'm just going to put the cashews in here. So we're going to just get it a little fattier, a little thicker. The sections of the recipe, I created little post-it notes. These aren't the exact recipe because you know me. I like to do improv, but it's just like an outline so that I stay on track and I don't get like frazzled and then I forget what I'm doing. 1 cup of yogurt, 1/4 cup of cashews. That's what I made. Like the real recipe is just 1 cup of yogurt, a tablespoon of lemon. Oh, I didn't even put. I didn't do this very well. These are the little parts that I'm talking about. They're just annoying. So I just put them in the broth. Yes, it's going to get a little garlicky, but we like garlic here. And I'm going to take probably this much, just like a big one and a little one, and I'm going to put it in the yogurt. I'm not going to spend a lot of time chopping it up because we're going to actually use our immersion blender to blend it all up. I'm going to put these in the broth too, just these little skins, because we're going to strain all that. So just quick chop. I feel like it needs more garlic. just really like garlic, so we're doing about 3 cloves of garlic. That's probably very garlicky. So, I just threw it in there. Just roughly chop it. Put that. We need about, what does it say? About a tablespoon of, we're just going to do it to taste. Now, if I had, I went and checked my garden to see if I had any mint. But it's been so cold that it's all gone for the most part. Like there's a few mint. There's a few leaves of mint out there. But if I were making this in spring or summer, I'd probably put some herbs in this yogurt. So it's not as like thick as Greek yogurt necessarily, but it is sticky. It's like thick. It sticks. It's like it's good. It's rich. And it's so good. It tastes like almost like a feta cheese dressing. Yeah. Use lentils. I got round lentils. I want about 2 cups. That seems like a lot of lentils. Let's do 2 cups. If it's too much, we just have extra lentils. I want it to be about 1 pound of ground beef, like that much, but I think this is going to be more than that. Because I actually think that 2 cups of lentils will actually expand to probably like 5 cups of lentils, I think. That's what I'm thinking. We can get our paprika butter together. So our butter sauce is 4 tablespoons of butter, 1 teaspoon of paprika, and a pinch of pepper flake. And we can do that ahead of time. And if we do that ahead of time, the flavors will fuse more and it'll just be better. So I mean, I like Earth Balance, but it's not as healthy, I don't think, as Miyoko's. But this is what we had at Lowe's. But it's good. It tastes good. And we need 4 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3. Of course, I'm not measuring it perfectly. Because when do I ever do that? I'm not a baker. Here's my sweet paprika. We only need about a teaspoon of this. Oh, I think that's it. Maybe a little bit more. And a pinch of powder. I don't have Aleppo or like the traditional, I don't have the traditional Turkish pepper that, anything like that. But I'm just going to use chili ancha powder. We're only using a little bit. About that much. This is not really a spicy chili. It's pretty earthy. I'm going to heat this up. Oops, wrong one. Just kind of saute a little bit. And then I'm turning it off. And then we're just going to let this sit on the stove for the hour. So I often cook in sections throughout the day, and I find it just like, when I have I'm editing videos and then I get really tired of editing videos, so I'll go and start dinner, and I'll just do some prep work. This is like great if you actually work from home, and it allows me to really clean as I go, and it's just like, I don't know, I just enjoy it. It's just like a really stress-free way of doing things. So the broth is what we're going to cook the lentils in. So that's going to take about 15 or 20 minutes. And then once we have our lentils, I'll take a portion of it and basically treat it like ground beef. I will be doing some things to layer in some umami flavors to make it, taste a little bit more like beefy. See you in about an hour. Oh, and another thing that I did was I chopped up these veggies because I'm going to roast these because I just like to have lots of veggies with dinner. It just didn't seem like the Turkish pasta was veggie rich enough. And these are the onions that I'm going to make the lentil mince with as well. So I got these done ahead of time. I had to add a little bit of water. Just keep adding water. I didn't measure it, but just keep an eye on it. If it doesn't have enough water, add water. I've got the water over here for the pasta. I've got our side veggies roasting in the oven. Just let this simmer open. And there's a lot of lentils here. I'm just going to take a couple cups for dinner tonight, and then maybe a cup or so for like lunch tomorrow, and then I'll freeze the rest. It's almost done. You can turn up the heat. I probably put too much water in it. It's okay. We'll just simmer it down. You saw me saute some walnuts. That's going to give some like meaty texture to this, and some umami flavor. So it's how we're going to build some of that meaty flavor into the lentils. Also with the tomato paste and a little bit of liquid aminos. Probably add a little miso in there too. Those are all umami flavors. The tomato paste, I like to really bring out the umami flavor in tomato paste. You saute it. You saute it a little bit. And it's just gorgeous. Gorgeous flavor. Za'atar. I like a lot of it. That's probably like 2 teaspoons. The original recipe doesn't have za'atar, but I don't have cumin and I don't have Aleppo. And I made this za'atar myself. It has toasted thyme, cumin, Aleppo, sumac, sesame seeds. And so it has the ingredients that are missing and then some, but sesame seeds are not going to hurt this dish, nor will the thyme. They'll make it really incredible. I was going to put a little miso in there to ump up the umami, but you know what? I think it's really good as it is, so I'm not going to do that. We can use bow tie pasta, penne, shells, like whatever. We're using this because it's gluten-free, high protein, and the little ridges, the spirals, will make the sauces stick. You need to salt the pasta water. Although, I mean, one of the reasons why you salt pasta water is to salt the actual pasta. But I think this Bonza chickpea stuff is pretty salty already. So, but it also helps it boil too. It like breaks up the surface area or something like that and makes it possible to get hot enough and boil or something like that. Something. This is not a science show, is it? Michael? Why does salt help the water boil?
It changes. It salts the pasta, number 1 and number 2. It knocks down the foam, and number 3, it changes the boiling point. But I can't remember if it's high or low.
I think it makes it hotter, but I didn't marry for money. I married for brains. No, I definitely married for brains. So I like the brains. He's got big brains and I cannot lie. I don't know. I wish I knew the lyrics of songs. So ladies, hey ladies, you want to ride my big Mercedes? Turn around. And it's not working. I'm trying to be funny and it never works that way.
The viral Turkish pasta with that garlicky yogurt sauce is going to be the best thing you put in your mouth all year. Let's go. To a bowl, we add the yogurt, garlic, and salt. Give it a mix and set it aside. Break down the ground meat, cook it, add the spices and onion, and make sure you brown it really well. Now melt some butter and paprika on the stove. Make sure it shimmers. Add the pasta to a bowl, the garlicky yogurt sauce, the meat mixture, tomatoes, parsley, and that paprika butter on top.
We need
Follow
parsley.
me for more.
Here are our roasted veggies. Okay. And get a little bit of everything. Some lentil mince, tomato, and yogurt. It smells wonderful. Mmm. That is so delicious. Really garlicky. I love it. That is so good. Wow. And the lentil mince, like it really tastes meaty. Mmm. Excellent. So good. Recipe down below. My husband has this thing where his food, like either his food can't touch or it has to be eaten separately. And because I made this like in layers, he's eating it like one pasta at a time, one lentil at a time, one tomato at a time, and he's not getting it. Could you just eat the whole thing together? Mix it up, please. So good. Looks like you liked it.
Mm-hmm. That's good.